This is Ogtv Comprehensive News. Thanks for joining us. I am Tuji Akintayo. On the news, Governor Amosu challenges non-governmental organizations on project diversification. President Buhari tasks journalists on accurate, fair reportage. Thai king marries God.
Securities and Exchange Commission renews determination to fight money laundering. We bring you the details when I'll be returning for the business segment of the news. My name is Idowu Fabajo.
And on sports tonight, FIFA moves discussion on temporary substitutions of players with head injuries. These are many more when I return on the sports segment of the news. My name, Hakeem Akitunde. You're welcome.
Now the news in full. Ogun State Governor Senator Ibikunle Amosun has charged non-governmental organizations on the need to extend their developmental efforts to other sectors of the economy with a view to ensuring all-round development of the economy. Governor Amosun gave the charge while declaring open the 37th District Conference of Rotary District 9110 in Abeokuta. He said, government welcomes and would continue to recognize non-governmental organizations with visions capable to complement the efforts of the administration.
The Rotary International, adopted in 1922 from the first Rotary Club in Chicago, United States of America, has continued to grow in leaps towards continuing in the philanthropic tradition of its founding fathers. The club has continued to demonstrate its love for humanity by broadening its purpose and promoting acquaintanceship, fellowship, and goodwill among business and professional men.
The governor, who was represented by his deputy, Chief Mrs. Yetunde Ononuga, said it is high time members of non-governmental organizations discover and add values to the development drive of the state. While commending the club for its charity offering to the well-being of the society, Governor Amosun acknowledged that the club has remained relevant in complementing government's efforts through discharge of quality service delivery to the people. The outgoing governor of Rotary District 9110, Rotarian Kola Shodipo, in his welcome address, enjoined members to be focused and endeavor to broaden their horizons as the organization has better feats to achieve. Ogun State Governor Senator Ibikunle Amosun has approved the employment of over 1,000 successful candidates through public service entry examination conducted by Administrative Staff College of Nigeria (ASCON), while over 5,000 civil servants due for years 2016 and 2017 promotions were also promoted. In a statement issued by the Permanent Secretary, Civil Service Commission, Mrs. Ajibola Amokwe-Choko, indicates that the successful candidates consist of fresh appointment and serving officers on intercategory transfer who are taking part in ASCON 2018. She stated further that the officers promoted include both junior and senior officers on grade levels 1 to 6 and grade levels 7 to 16 respectively, while the remaining officers were either upgraded or involved in intercadre transfer. The Permanent Secretary therefore enjoined all the selected serving officers to visit room 233 of Civil Service Commission, Block A, Secretariat Complex, Okemoso, Abeokuta, from Monday, 6th of May 2019 for their letters. The wife of the Ogun State Governor, Dr. Mrs. Olufunsho Amosun, has thanked God and the people of Ogun State for their prayers as she clocks 53 years on earth. Governor's Office correspondent Bumi Adigun reports that the wife of the governor cut the birthday cake with family and friends.
Born on May 2nd, exactly 53 years ago, Dr. Mrs. Olufunsho Amusun, wife of the governor of Ogun State, had more reasons to celebrate. Full of life on the morning of her birthday, and was joined by friends, family, immediate staff, and Governor Ibikule Amusun.
May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you, Grandma. May the good Lord bless you.
Dr. Mrs. Olufunsho Amusun thanked the people of Ogun State for the opportunity given her husband to serve the state in almost 8 years now.
To thank him for the mercies, the grace of seeing a new year in good health, watching all our children gather around our table, which is the prayer of every parent, and to seize the opportunity to thank the good people of Ogun State. For the past 8 years, a lot have been said about the impact of the current administration or the outgoing administration, but it's important to take into consideration the fact that the people of Ogun State allowed this to happen. If they didn't allow an enabling environment for the current administration to perform the roles and duties and desires for the good people of Ogun State, then maybe the story would have been different today.
From uplift the aged, uplift of the secondary school students, uplift of the under-15 football, uplift of the youth, uplift of the green environment, uplift of the unemployed, and many more. Dr. Mrs. Olufunsho Amusun, through this, has contributed in no small way to the mission to rebuild.
So I thank God first and foremost. I thank my family, my children. I thank my workmates. I thank the people that have worked in the office of the wife of the governor, even though there's nothing like that. So our virtual office. I thank all the team members. I thank all those that have worked closely with His Excellency, my dear husband. They said teamwork makes the dream work. So it has been the collective effort and commitment of the whole team that has made the administration a success. And by extension, I thank the good people of Ogun State.
Bumi Adigun, Ogtv News.
All mortals have been enjoined not to take for granted the mercies of God, as all humans were created for a special purpose that will manifest at the appointed time. His Lordship, Right Reverend Babatunde Gbogboade, made the submission at the Special Appreciation Service to commemorate the 53rd birthday anniversary of the wife of Ogun State Governor, Dr. Mrs. Olufunsho Amusun. The service was held at Government House Chapel, Okegbeyin, Abeokuta. Charity James reports.
One special day in one's life is the birthday. It is a day considered very important and unique to existence, and celebrating such day to the wife of Ogun State Governor and the founder of Uplift Development Foundation, Dr. Mrs. Olufunsho Amusun, come in songs, hymns, and special Thanksgiving service. Encouraging everyone to always give thanks in all situations, Right Reverend Babatunde Gbogboade says it is important to praise God.
Keeping us safe and also from destruction and from the evil ones. As David called his people to remind himself not to forget and take for granted the kindness, favor, mercy of God upon his life. I also encourage everyone that is here, including our Excellency, not to forget the grace and the mercy of God.
As the Yaijo of the Government House Chapel, Dr. Mrs. Amusun's birthday was regarded special as depicted by the array of congregation that included the head of service, Chief Judge of Ogun State, body of permanent secretaries, SOXFA members, family members, as well as well-wishers.
We have seen her impact in the social purpose. The program to initiate, I'm not here to talk to praise him, but to see what is right, what she has been doing. So short, ayadada, lọ́dọ̀.
Throughout these 8 years, I look at her and I wonder how God made her in such a way that she never lost control.
Then the moment was special Thanksgiving. Born May 2nd, 1966 to the family of Odesoya of Oshogbo, Osun State, Dr. Mrs. Olufunsho Comfort Amosu is 53. The age is a milestone to her and she has reasons to be thankful.
And I would like to seize the opportunity to thank you for the support towards my dear husband as he has steered the affairs of this state for the past 8 years. Thank you for upholding him with prayers. Thank you for creating an enabling environment for him to perform that which God has put in his heart. Thank you all. May God bless the work of your hands too.
Complimenting the governor of Ogun State, Senator Ibikule Amosu, with her pet project, the Uplift Development Foundation, Dr. Mrs. Olufunsho Amosu has over 35 programs in Akiti which were successfully executed in the past 8 years as the wife of Ogun State Governor. Charity James, Ogtv News.
I would say happy birthday to Our Excellency. In the meantime, a special Juma service commemorating the 53rd birthday celebration of Dr. Mrs. Olufunsho Amosu, wife of the Ogun State Governor, will hold on Friday, 3rd of May 2019. The Permanent Secretary, Budget and Planning and Acting Chairman, Government House Mosque Management Committee, Alhaji H.T. Adekunle, in a statement says the special Jumat holds at the Government House Mosque, Okegbe, in Abeokuta by 12 noon. A 7-hour prayer session to celebrate God's faithfulness in the life of Honorable Justice M.A. Dikpeolu, who turned 60, holds on Saturday, 4th of May 2019. Venue is the Hubert Ogunde Hall, Cultural Center, Kuta Abeokuta, between the hours of 11 in the morning and 6 in the evening. The prayer session will feature gospel artists like Ayon Jesu, Korede Sax, Bumi Praise, Capella Boys, among others. Pastor Julius Olalekon will also minister in words at the occasion. The Ogun State House of Assembly has acknowledged the receipt of a letter sent by the State Governor, Senator Ibikule Amosu, on the appointment of Mr. Lamidi Ajani Mulero as Auditor General of the local government. The Speaker, Right Honorable Suraj Ishola Adekunbi, who read the letter during plenary, said the letter was sent on the 24th of April 2019 to the House at Okemoson, Abeokuta. Governor's correspondent Kunle Ibikunle's report is presented in this package.
The Speaker of Ogun State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Suraj Ishola Adekunbi, urged the nominee to appear before the Assembly with 30 copies of each of his curriculum vitae and relevant credentials for screening. Also, the Assembly has passed the Local Government Amendment Law 2018 to further strengthen the third tier of government in the state for efficiency and effectiveness. The passage of the bill, sponsored by Honorable Ganiu Oyedeji and co-sponsored by 6 other members, was passed during a plenary following the presentation of the report of the Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs by its chairman, Honorable Tunde Sanusi, who moved the motion for the adoption of the report, which was seconded by Honorable Ganiu Oyedeji and supported by the whole House through a voice vote, after which the amended part of the bill was read and adopted clause by clause by the Committee of the whole House. The motion for the third reading of the bill was later moved by a member representing Ijebu-Ode State constituency, Honorable Olawale Alausa, seconded by Honorable Victor Fasonya. Responding, the Speaker, Right Honorable Adekunbi, directed that the clean copy of the bill be forwarded to the State Governor, Senator Ibikule Amosu. In another development, the Minority Leader, Honorable Olawale Alausa, has defected to the All Progressives Congress from the People's Democratic Party. Honorable Lausa represents Ijebu-Ode State constituency in the 8th legislature of the Assembly.
President Buhari thanks journalists on accurate reportage as the world marks Press Freedom Day. More news and reports after this break.
Next. Lagbaja. Omo Baba Muko.
Na Baba be that.
How do I know you are not an impostor? Oya, play me something.
Abba, my band members are all over the world. Let me connect with them on Glow 4G and make some great music for you.
Who's on Glow here? I got Glow.
I've got Glow too.
I go show you.
Hello, sir.
Aleki, Gogo, Jide, guitar. Uzo, give me conga. Ahmed, keyboard.
1, 2, 3.
No matter where you are in the world, rest assured Glow has you covered. Data is oxygen. Glow 4G, the new speed of life. Your number one 4G network nationwide. The very best from Glow, the grandmasters of data.
You are most welcome back. President Muhammadu Buhari has felicitated with journalists on the World Press Freedom Day, asking them to be fair and accurate while reporting. In a statement by Femi Adesina, the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Buhari urged media practitioners to be rededicated to their roles as societal watchdogs. Journalists must constantly recommit to the canon of fairness, accuracy, objectivity, balance of and other ideas that guide their profession. The president also reiterated his administration's commitment to promoting the principles of transparency and press freedom for journalists to strive. He noted that his administration is committed to the highest levels of transparency and will guarantee press freedom at all times. The Ogun State Governor, Senator Ibikunle Amosun, has extolled the virtues of the pioneer general manager of Ogun State Water Corporation, late Venerable Engineer Gabriel Olujimi Ogunshola, as he was laid to rest in Abeokuta. Governor Amosun, in his farewell message at the funeral ceremony of the late Ogunshola delivered by the State Head of Service, Engineer Lanre Bisiriyu, described the deceased as a man of honor and repute who had served the state at various capacities, while affirming the zeal of the late engineer as one of the greatest sources of inspiration, propelling his flair for infrastructural development in the state. Governor Amosun commiserated with the Ogunshola family on the transition of their father to glory, praying that God will give the family the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. In a bid to attain optimal performance and profitability for sheep and goat farmers in Ogun State, the Sheep and Goat Farmers Association of Nigeria, Shegofan Academy, in collaboration with Ogun State Television, has organized a day training on sheep and goat farming as a means of wealth creation. The training held at the broadcasting hall of Ogtv had nutritionists, veterinary doctors, marketers, among others, as resource persons. Idowu Fabajo has the details.
Globally, research has showed that sheep and goats are one of the most affordable animals in the world and can be accommodated in any kind of weather conditions. Hence, raising and rearing them will contribute to the economy by providing employment for the people. Realizing this fact, Sheep and Goat Farmers Association of Nigeria, Shegofan Academy, in collaboration with Ogun State Television, OGTV, organized a day training on sheep and goat farming as a means of wealth creation. General Manager of the television station, Mr. Festus Kennedy, describes sheep and goat farming as a profitable business venture which can tremendously improve the national gross domestic product.
But we just believe that we must empower our people, we must educate them. The job of any media organization is to inform, educate, and entertain. So we take it upon ourselves as one of our duties to education. From that, so the content to put in today, I think back for our. So it is one business, killing market. Kí ni ọ̀dẹ̀ ṣe business fún èèyàn ìṣòwò lórí pé ó mọ̀ pé ọ̀dẹ̀ kan máa ra ọjà nínú ọjà kan tí ó lè kúta ọjà ẹ̀rọ ni.
The participants were addressed on topics such as animal nutrition, health management, veterinary, marketing, as well as indigenous animal health care.
Talk about withdrawal period. Antibiotics. You are not supposed to slaughter that animal immediately. There should be some days. We are not supposed to eat the egg immediately. There should be some days withdrawal. They only milk. But I want to pass it out, and there will be residues of all this.
Market strategy change. Marketing will determine production one. Mẹ́ta tó ní mẹ́rin ẹ̀sìn tó àwọn ìyálòpọ̀ yẹn wọ́n á tà fún yín tó dà tó stọ̀ ẹ̀nu àwọn wá sínú oko ó ṣe pàtàkì. The goat value chain, we have the upstream, the mainstream, and the downstream.
Some participants at the training say they have been equipped with the latest knowledge which will allow them to make the best informed decisions on how to go about sheep and goat farming.
Just started my goat farming, and I thought I'm knowledgeable about goat farming, but coming here now, I discover I have no knowledge about at all. I'm well endowed now. I didn't regret coming here all the way from Ondo. I came here yesterday.
It's like adding more to my knowledge. I started the rearing of goat and sheep some years back, but it was a failure. But today, I'm confident that by the time I go back home, I'm going to become a big-time farmer in animal husbandry. With what I've had here so far, so good.
The training had in attendance representatives of the Bank of Agriculture and other agencies who enlightened the participants on how to get loan in sustaining their business. Idowu Fabaju, Ogtv News.
Privatization of public enterprises is a vital tool for the upliftment of the country's economy, more especially the developing countries like Nigeria. In this special report, Kolawole Osho sought Nigerians' opinion on its impact on the nation's economy. Details of his report are presented in this package.
Government has among its responsibilities provision of social amenities for its citizenry, but this cannot be done alone, and that is why it is necessary for private sectors to partner with government for socio-economic growth of the country.
It is not possible for governments to run some businesses. Such businesses which which the government cannot run, we should give them to the individuals, and we'll see a proper management.
Nigerians who spoke with Ogtv News say privatization program has provided new opportunities which never existed before.
If government has not privatized telecommunication, you and I will still be, lingering in the old ages. That the style that you go and maybe you go and receive a phone call in somebody's house. You know the way we do it. But now everybody is going up and down with their mobile phones and all those things. So it has really helped in the area of economy. Most of the things, even in developed country, most of the things has to be privatized before you can benefit.
Privatization is one singular economic policy that has generated many controversies among Nigerians. The ultimate good of any credible and legitimate government is to ensure sustainable improvement in the standard.
Tomorrow you hear that NUPENG want to embark on strike, this one want to go on strike. Let it be privatized. If you privatize it, if you need it, you get it. Like the telecommunication, everybody's enjoying it because they have a full-fledged privatization. So I'm in total support of full-fledged privatization.
So what is government doing with NNPC? Let anybody that can afford it, they bring out oil, have their modular refineries. Nigeria collect their own money in form of tax and royalties, and Nigerians will pay, will get the service.
Nigerians say Problems facing the privatization program is numerous, adding that if properly implemented, the impact is unquantifiable.
Right now, Nigeria as a country is suffering from a massive corruption, which does not allow privatization process to see the positive impacts, designed or anticipated by experts to shower on the economy of any country. Apart from the problem of corruption, of course, the problem of lack of transparency has always been one of the challenges of privatization concept in Nigeria.
Companies are better run as private individual because the level of indiscipline in this country has shown that no government can make business work.
They also have this advice for government in the area of privatization.
With the present government, I will suggest we go into a partial privatization to allow the government of the day to have effective supervision, so that if the outcome is going to be beneficiary, then Nigerians will know before the next election.
Let me say I will support partial privatization so that the government will still have control over privatization. For instance, the electricity company in Nigeria should have a partial privatization, not a full privatization, so that the government will still have a control over it.
From privatization, we move to education. Teachers have been encouraged to build a personal bond with their students so that they can shape the future of those entrusted in their hands for the betterment of the nation. This was the submission of some teachers who spoke with our reporter Yusuf Ganiyu on whether teachers should be held responsible for students' bad behavior. His report.
It is of no doubt that parents are the first teachers of their children, and teachers are responsible for managing the students' behavior. However, in society today, students' bad behavior has really affected their morals and academic performance, with all sorts of social vices that they engage in, which disrupt the peaceful coexistence and socio-economic growth of the society.
Bad behavior is a function of so many antecedents in society, and all stakeholders have their own share of the blame.
But the question is, should teachers be responsible for students' bad behavior?
Students are misbehaving and you are claiming teachers should be responsible for their misdeeds? No. No. It depends on the upbringing. Partially, some teachers may be responsible. Partially, parents too, they contribute. The societal influence too is there. The peer group influence is also there too. So teachers solely should not be held responsible for bad behavior.
The government policies are not even in favor of teachers to do their work. The society itself, where the students really come from, and where they even retire to after school, are the ones that are supposed to be blamed majorly. I'm not leaving out teachers because if we are sharing it, let's say we want to put it into percentage, I will put teachers responsible for about 5% of the entire 100% in terms of grading of the causes of the bad behaviors in society.
According to the respondents, no one should be held responsible for the bad behavior of a child, neither the teachers nor the parents.
Teachers are there to complement them too. Parents also should make sure they checkmate their SSs at home. Teachers too, within that hours they are with us, we make sure we do our best.
It was emphasized that taking care of students' behaviors should be a joint effort of both parents and teachers in order to bring out the best in the child for societal development. Yusuf Ganiyu, Ogtv News.
Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he grows up, he will not depart from it, is a biblical message applicable when tackling any evil act in the society, particularly when it involves the young ones. This special report focuses on causes and effects of cultism in schools, where concerned citizens attributed its prevalence to poor parental training. Moreni Keji Shobaluju has the details.
According to historical accounts, acts of cultism can be traced to 1952 when pirate confraternity was formed. Then it was known as Platform for the Fight for Human Rights and Justice, void of violent and evil acts. Several other cult groups like Black Axe, Black Bra, Vikings, Buccaneers, Supreme Air Confraternity, amongst others, have emerged, with their activities suggestive of nothing but evil in the society for over the years. Virtually all schools, spanning both secondary and higher institutions of learning, have had a bite of the cherry when talking about frequent violent clash among different cult groups. This act has led to a number of deaths, constant abuse of drugs, casualties, armed robbery, sexual assault, among other social vices.
Cultism in school, you understand, is a very serious issue, because when you mention the word cultism, you look at, let me even put it side by side, look at an armed robber or robbery. People that engages in robbery, they use three things. They use gun, axe or knife, and sharp. And those in cultism, they use the same thing.
For some concerned Nigerians, causes of cultism have a lot to do with poor parental training.
Parents need to be very close to their children. Let this relationship begin when they are young. How was school today? What did you do? What's the name of your friend? Tell me about your friend. Before you know, you start telling everything. When that child gets to the university and he finds himself in the midst of this kind of people and he's being pressurized, he will not be scared to come and meet you.
Kì í ṣe ìfẹ́ inú àwọn ọmọ wọ̀nyẹn, kì í dẹ̀ ṣe ìfẹ́ inú ènìyàn, but ẹ̀mí òkùnkùn. Kò dẹ̀ sí ìtọ́ lè ṣe àwọn bàbá wa ní wọ́n ní kí ọmọ rẹ̀ kó lè fún ẹ ní ìsinmi. À ń gbàdúrà tó lórílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Àwọn ọmọ tá à ń ní èmi ní ìdánilójú wípé ẹ̀mí mọ́ Ọlọ́run yóò wọnú wọn, ìyípadà sì wọnú ayé wọn.
It is because we give them the wrong values. The parents don't even have time for the children. So the children must look for something to do. They say the devil finds job, and I do hard. I think there is need to start really educating these our children from home. I said it started from home. The correction should also start from home.
At the moment, acts of cultism is so rampant in schools all over the world. This social vice is really eating up the moral and educational standard of every society, among many other negative effects.
Once somebody joins cultism, even to concentrate in school, you'll be lessened, because you'll be looking outside the window thinking that somebody's going to massacre me, somebody's coming after me. To concentrate will not work well, you understand?
The school also has a very big role to play. So I used to tell those some teaching practice, anytime they reported like this, I would tell them, this school is not a school for cultism.
We've seen cases where the students are being forced to join. They cannot go home to go and tell their parents what they are facing. Even while they are being beaten, they go elsewhere to go and treat themselves, feel fine, before they go back to school.
The problems associated with cultism cannot be overemphasized, despite the fact that effort of government and school authorities to put an end to it in many countries have proved abortive. Muranikeji Shobaloju.
We're glad you're joining us on the business segment of the news, and we begin with the Securities and Exchange Commission, which has expressed commitment to ensuring that the capital market was not used for money laundering and terrorism financing. SEC Acting Director General Ms. Mary Udok stated this at the opening ceremony at the anti-money laundering training for compliance officers of capital market operators in Lagos. She said that the Commission would ensure that the Commission market domain was not used in any way to inject illegal funds. The DG noted that as the apex regulator of the Nigerian capital market, with a vision to developing and regulating a world-class capital drive to fighting the menace of money laundering and terrorism financing. Nigeria, Kenya, Cote d'Ivoire, and other sub-Saharan African countries raised over $17 billion from bond issuance in 2018 in what the World Bank described as a landmark development. The World Bank, however, warned of increasing debt vulnerabilities, noting that countries in the region, excluding upper middle income countries, issued on average a total of $4.5 billion per year, with an average issuance size of $1 billion. In 2018, bond issuances totaled more than $17 billion, with the average issuance rising to nearly $3 billion. The federal government in November 2018 said it received a combined offer of over $9.5 billion for its $2.86 billion Eurobond. The bond represents Nigeria's sixth Eurobond issuance, following issuances in 2011, 2013, two in 2017, and one in early 2018, and its first triple tranche offering. Nigeria unemployment rate reached 33.5% by 2020, says the federal government. Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, who stated this in Lagos, said that the incessant increase of unemployment in the country was alarming. According to him, the high unemployment rate of 23.1% by the National Bureau of Statistics of 2019 report was alarming. The minister also said that available records showed that between 1972 to date, about 14 different programs have been implemented to reduce unemployment rates. As the financial market reopens today, the 2nd of May, from the May day break, there are indications that the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, will offer 11 110 billion naira treasury bills (NTBs) to roll over maturing NTBs on behalf of the federal government of Nigeria. The aim, according to dealers, is to manage system liquidity, which should also keep market yield moderated. Market activities is expected to remain bullish at the start of the week, given the long position of the financial system, 267.1 billion naira as at 26/04/2019, said dealers from Afrivest West Africa Limited. And that's it on the business segment of the news. Many thanks to you for
We're glad to have you back. The world today, the King of Thailand has married the deputy head of his personal security detail and given her the title of Queen. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange told a London court his work had protected many people and has refused to be extradited to the United States. Let's now join Mujisho Laja, who has compiled major global events for the world today.
The King of Thailand has married the deputy head of his personal security detail and given her the title of a queen, a royal statement said. The surprise announcement comes before his elaborate coronation ceremonies begin on Saturday, when his position is consecrated. King Maha Vajiralongkorn